Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy Thanksgiving to my Canadian friends up north, and happy Columbus Day or Indigenous Peoples Day or whatever the heck you want to call this day. I'm Dave Neal, host of Bachelor Nation News, and we've got Kendall, long, big villain energy. Yeah, BVE. Yeah, you know me. We'll get right into it. Do me a favor, hit the like button an odd number of times. I think this is video number 4 for the day, so this will probably be it. I think we made too many videos today. You ever had that where you're like, yeah, I think we overdid it. I think when we're starting to make videos about Kendall Long, it's too many. And I know a few of you are like, no, Dave, it's never enough. To which I reply, get a better hobby. I'm kidding. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button as we inch our way to 50,000. We'll get there by Thanksgiving, right? Thanksgiving, maybe by the end of the year. Either way, we're on the way, so make it happen. All right, let's get into this story. We've got Kendall Long admitting that she's the villain, if you know, here's the thing. If you know you're the villain, are you still the villain? It's almost like as a comic. If you know you're bombing, are you still bombing? Like if once you make the audience aware that you know you're bombing, it's not as bad as like being oblivious to bombing. That's real bombing. Kendall Long says, sure, I'll be your villain. Kind of has a nice ring to it. And then it's, of course, a couple beautiful photos of her licking, or at least pretending to lick, a ring pop. I love ring pops growing up, but remember you'd lick them a little too much and you'd get like, it'd get like wet underneath the ring pop. What is that all about? You just get, going full ring in. Do you guys do that? Do you do full ring in and you just twist it like that? I do it like a drill. I just, drill it right into my cavity. I like to get my candy drilled right into the cavity growing up. That's parenting, right? They let you eat this stuff growing up, and then when you're an adult, you gotta fix your own cavities? No. I should be invoicing my mom for all the pulled teeth I had to make after she let me do ring pops for dinner. Just kidding. Love you, Connie. Single mom. All right, let's keep it going. Oh, Dave, how'd you turn out so well adjusted? Because single moms rule the world. That's how. All right. Didn't have a dad. I didn't have toxic masculinity. I didn't have a dad to tell me. All right. We'll keep this going. So anyway, this has nothing to do with Kendall Long whatsoever. But this is Michelle spotted in a nightclub. Look at that. Just a quick spotting of Michelle in a nightclub, looking good. And then, of course, we've got we'll get into a few different things. This is what we have for today's video. For this video, we've got Peter Weber revealing he almost went on Bachelor in Paradise, and everyone's like, "Why? We would have loved it if you went on." Wait, they didn't say that? No, they were happy he wasn't there. I think he would have been fine. He would have been a hot mess. We like that. He suggests producers are to blame for Kendall Long's finale. As we know, Kendall sort of came up to Joe right before he was about to propose and was like, "What up, butthead?" They did the whole thing. And then Joe immediately told Serena. Let's hear what Joe and Serena have to say about dealing with Kendall, and then we will read your comments and say why Peter Weber thinks that Kendall was sort of manipulated by Bachelor producers.
I get that you're here. I wish you the best, but it's not the time.
No. When did you decide to propose during this finale situation?
Oh, great question. Probably the night before.
Okay. Hey, Serena, were you surprised? Would you have been disappointed if he didn't? Where were you at?
I was super surprised. I mean, we had kind of joked around and teased the idea of like, what if we got engaged? But leaving Fantasy Suites, the plan on the table was like, we're just going to leave together in a relationship. We love each other. I felt like he was the one and vice versa. But the logic in me was like, we should just leave in a relationship. Ring. So I was shocked. I had no idea he was.
Take the free ring.
But obviously I was very happy and, still happy about it to this day.
It's not fun to be logical. So I threw it out the window for this one.
I loved that. I think everyone did when you guys both, said you were the two logical people who decided to just follow your hearts. Is that something that...
By the way, I hate to interrupt, and I love this lady. She does a great job over here on the right, but what do we... I know, New York City, you don't have much real estate space, but what do we got going on here? Are we Skyping in from the side of the bed? What's happening?
You kind of just had to go with the whole season with your relationship?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like we are such logical people. That's why this kind of environment works for us, is because we both really do everything we can to push ourselves to follow our emotions, and with the help of the show and the producers and all the people that know us so well. And
all right, I'm just, you can go watch the rest of this. I can't. Fourth video, I can't watch any more of this. They got the stupid music in the background. Now look, I wish them the most success ever. I hope they have a ton of beautiful kids and whatever. Find your success. But to say like this works for us because of X, Y, and Z, this is all engaged couples. It doesn't work until you can prove it years down the line. Most relationships, most marriages end in divorce. At least half of them do. So it's like, let's not, I always said it'd be nice if, this was an old bit I had, but I always said it would be nice if, engaged couples have to send so many notifications when they get engaged to save the dates, the wedding invitations, the engagement photos. They should have to send just as many notifications when they get divorced. I think that would be fun. Wouldn't that be nice? You post a photo with a tan line on the ring finger that says, I said not anymore. Wouldn't that be nice? Anyway, you ever, when someone breaks up in your social media, you have to like go through their photos to find out what went wrong. You're like, what? I thought they were a happy couple. Next thing you know, they're broken up. What the hell went down? Well, it looks like he was going to a lot of spin cycle classes. You click on the spin cycle instructor and you're like, oh, she broke up with her husband. Oh, okay, we got some clues. We all piece it together. You guys know. So anyway, let's go to Peter Weber's article here. Peter Weber suggests that producers were to blame. So he says, I was going to go. I don't know for sure if I was going to, but was definitely considering it. Luckily, I got my class date for United Airlines, so it made the decision for me, and I was starting right as Paradise filming was going to start. Yeah, good for him for choosing being a pilot over this dumpster fire. Seriously, I mean that. By the way, Peter, if you ever have any buddy passes, send them my way. I'll do whatever you need. I'll be a flight attendant for you. Anything to fly with Peter Weber. I think the only reason I would have okay, let's go to what he said about Kendall here. It brought me back to my finale when I got this huge bombshell that Hannah Ann wasn't going to come at the end, and it's just like at that point you go through this whole season. If you can't make her come in the fantasy suites, she's not going to come at the end. Let me tell you that much, folks. He said it's going to end on a high note and no other distractions, no drama. Then when Kendall came, it immediately brought me back, and I was like, guys, I hate they did that to Joe, because it shouldn't have been about her. It should have been purely about just him and Serena. And obviously, he handled it perfectly. I think he was obviously very just set in what he wanted to do, and he moved on from the relationship, and I think she had too. So if I had to guess, it was probably a producer just trying to see if they could throw a wrench in there, but I'm glad it didn't derail anything. Yeah, absolutely. Producers love to throw wrenches. They're like, oh, we have a perfectly working system here. Let's try to jam some sticks into it and make things worse. That's how they make their money. All right, so that's Peter Weber. Now, we'll just wrap this thing up with a bow here. We have Kendall Long, who, by the way, whether you like it or not, is a contender for the next Bachelorette. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think she is. She's definitely in the running. Obviously, I believe someone like Natasha would be a great fit. What if Natasha, I mean, they have like 8-10 months. How long is it, right? But maybe a full year before they shoot the next season of Bachelorette, unless they're going to go with another summertime season. We'll have to see. Either way, I say that as I can't make any more content, please. We'll have to see. But, maybe Natasha falls in love with somebody, and Kendall's an option. She might not be your option, but she is a option. So, by the way, Thomas liked this because, of course, he's got his own villain experience. I don't see Kendall as a villain. I don't see that whatsoever. But, maybe the way I see things are a little differently than the way you do. And that's fine, too. So we'll read what people said here. Listens to Reputation once. I'm always here for a Taylor Swift reference. All right, I didn't get that. It's the ring pop for me. Can't stop seeing the word soy in the top pumpkin. Soy? Okay, yeah, soy. All right. Boy, the ADD in the comment section, right? Okay, the devil faces look like, okay. Honestly, I'm very over her in this storyline. She chose to go on Paradise and subject herself to the potential of any type of edit. I haven't seen her lose a bunch of followers or get much backlash. Granted, I may have missed it, so I don't get why she would post this. She actually gained 27,000 followers, which is surprising. She's probably expected to gain a lot more, and I haven't seen any backlash either, just people calling for her to be the next Bachelorette. No. Hey, I'm not calling for it. I'm just saying. It's on the table. This gives me OnlyFans vibes. Well, let me tell you something. That, Ring Pop would be in a different place on OnlyFans. Hey, or maybe not. What do I know? It depends on the price structure of your OnlyFans. But seriously, I wonder if she's spinning now that her ex, who she thought she'd marry, is engaged to another woman instead. Gotta love that clout. I'm old. Can you explain? Okay. All right. I kind of seems like this post and caption would be more fitting if she'd posted it the week her first episode in Paradise aired. But whatever, Kendall is a nice person. I'm sure it's not fun being treated like a Bachelor villain for the first time. So if stuff like this helps her cope, I say have at it. Remember, let me ask you guys this, because when a season ends, by the way, thank you guys so much for all the donations. I bought this nice piece of equipment. Look at this. Whoa, it just goes up and down. You can move it around. It does all this. Hey, whoa, easy. Get over there. All right. gonna break the toy I just bought. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. What's the name of the girl who went, or the lady who went in the van to Matt James' season? Is it Heather? Was that her name? She got a bad rap. She shows up in a minivan. She's like, I'd like to meet you. And he's like, okay, but go. She got a bad rap. Kendall didn't get a bad rap. She showed up. She knew exactly what she was doing. She gained 27,000 followers. And she doesn't look bad after it. If Kendall is considered a villain, this is the best case scenario. Brendan and Piper are villains. They're not liked. They can't get any work. Those are villains of the show. You're just someone that, maybe you're divisive, but I wouldn't call you a villain. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment. I got a couple new reels on Instagram. You guys can go find those at DNeals. If you want to check out my reels, as always, more content on the Patreon. I actually released a really a deep podcast on the Patreon the other day, and it was about finding the blueprints for your creativity. How do you know where to pursue your creative energy when you don't see light at the end of the tunnel? How can you just keep on going in a direction when it's sort of hard to figure out what you want to do? Because obviously, creatively speaking, there's different social media outlets, there's different avenues, there's so many different ways to find success, but the hardest part is to know even which direction to run. So I made a video about that, patreon.com/Dave Neal, if you need more content. In the meantime, I'll see you guys later, and we'll be back in the morning unless there's any crazy breaking news. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.